Isabel Rivera.
And I'm Monica Mariano.
And this is Skylar Tudor. Today we'll be talking about climate change and interviewing some people who are being victimized by this so-called climate change.
Yes, that's right. And speaking of this, I think there they are.
Hello there. May I ask, what is your name?
Hello, I'm Gothi Summers.
And I'm Choti Summers.
Hello, Gothi and Choti. How are you?
We are still coping to the changes that the climate change brought us.
Yes, and we're still not used in living here in Manila because we used to live in Tacloban.
Tacloban has recently been hit by a strong typhoon. That's why the citizens of this city find it hard to cope and adapt to a different place.
So, can you tell us more about this climate change? What caused the destruction of your community? It's the strong storm that brought the calamity upon us.
Yes, and this really devastates us because this is all very sudden. Actually, a while ago, Choti came to me and said the flood already went inside our house.
Across the northern hemisphere in 2013 and early 2014, we have seen record low temperatures, some of them the coldest temperatures ever recorded in the last 300 years since thermometers were invented. The Great Lakes entirely froze over. The Arctic and Antarctic, in their respective winters, saw record growth in the ice. But what does Al Gore and CNN and MSNBC and the UN and the BBC do? They show you weather satellites from the poles during the summers and show the ice shrinking, as it's always done for thousands of years with the northern and southern passages that were even documented in the time of the Vikings. They lie to people and say that penguins cannot swim in the Antarctic and that in the Arctic, polar bears are dying, even though National Geographic has to admit polar bear numbers are up fivefold since the 1950s and are now invading areas not previously known to be in their range. But that doesn't matter. Obama said you could keep your doctor. Then he said he never said you could keep your doctor.
How did climate change take part in this disaster? I think that climate change is one of the many reasons why this storm became even more intense and causing more damage to coastal ecosystems and communities. In what way did you contribute in making this climate change possible?
We have a habit of throwing our trashes in the river near us, and some of our neighbors keep on cutting trees, and I think because of this, it worsened the damage of the storm.
One day, we will wake up to find that the energy that powers the alarm clock came from the breeze through the trees the night before. And we will go to work that morning riding the rays of the sun. It will light our cities and power our businesses. It will warm our homes and cool our workplaces. It will reduce sources of conflict and fuel our economies. It will connect us all. It won't scar the land or poison the seas. The food we eat will be good for our bodies and good for the planet. And the weather that day won't make us worry for tomorrow. There will be more jobs and less disease. The sea level will stop rising. And species will stop dying. The question is, how do we get to that day?
What if the place we all knew has gone one day and we are left with nothing?
As you said earlier, you were still coping from the disaster, right? How are you coping with this? In what way? We cope by being optimistic, like thinking how lucky we are because we're still alive, and by comforting each other. Whenever there are down times, we will hug each other to ease each other's pain.
That's sweet of you too. We have a wonderful sister relationship. Okay? One more question before we wrap this meeting up. How do you prevent this disaster from happening?
And please give insight so that the viewers will know what to do next when the disaster strikes.
They should learn from our mistakes, like they shouldn't throw their trashes everywhere. They should throw it in a proper place.
Yes, that's right. And they should always be aware of their surroundings whenever there's a calamity. That's a nice advice. Now I know what to do next time disaster comes knocking at my door. Before I forget, let's give a warm round of applause for Gotti and Shotty Summers.
That is it for Scholar today. Thank you and come back next week. Bye!